coverage of the elections. In the coming days, we will do a thorough appraisal of the performance of the media and the coverage of election 2020. But a cursory assessment so far does not leave any doubt about the quality of work done by the media, and we say are equal to all of you. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, our monitoring of the elections since yesterday suggests that generally the conduct of the polls had been peaceful, but for a few pockets of violence across the country. However isolated these pockets of violence may be, they are unacceptable and must be condemned totally. And for us in the media, such uncivilized actions must be denounced in no uncertain terms, as they have left some of our colleagues in critical condition at the hospital. We are informed that about 2:30 a.m. today, there was a shooting incident at a collation center in the Ablekuma Central constituency in Accra. A man said to be a sympathizer of the incumbent member of parliament shot a gun, and the bullet therefrom hit Pius Quenin Asiedu, a reporter with newswatch.com, who has since been on admission at the Greater Accra Regional Hospital, popularly known as Rich Hospital. We are informed that Pius has a fracture in the bone as a result of the gunshots, and he's due for surgery this afternoon. Another journalist, Doreen Ampofo of GBC Radio News, who was also at the same collation center, suffered various degrees of injury from a heavy fall as she tried to escape the gunfire and at the same time dodge a big stone thrown at her by an assailant who mistook her to be an EC official. She has since been discharged, and she's here with us this afternoon. The GJA wishes to commend medical officers who attended to our injured media colleagues. Our profound gratitude, particularly, goes to the medical officers at the Greater Accra Regional Hospital, who, we are reliably informed, had given Pius special attention on his admission. We are also informed that one police officer was shot at the incident, sustained severe wounds and is responding to treatment. We wish him a speedy recovery. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, what's happened at the Ablekuma Central Constituency Collation Center is certainly a dastardly act that must be dealt with promptly and decisively to serve as a deterrent to other hooligans who may want to perpetrate such violence in the future. It is for this reason that the GJA calls on the Ghana Police to, as a matter of urgency, arrest and prosecute those involved in the shooting incident. We also call on the incumbent MP to produce the alleged shooter to face the full rigors of the law. Meanwhile, the GJA is in touch with SIC Insurance PLC to redeem insurance packages for the affected journalists. You may recall that about 3 weeks ago, SIC graciously offered an insurance package to the tune of 20 million Ghana cedis to 500 members of the GJA who may suffer adversity of death or bodily harm during the coverage of the elections. We wish to once again express profound gratitude to SIC PLC for this gesture to bring relief to journalists so affected. The GJA wishes to reiterate its call on political parties and other political actors to refrain from attacking journalists whose job only is to enhance transparency and fairness of the electoral process. We also wish to admonish journalists once again to be cautious about their safety and security at all times. Furthermore, we admonish the public against the spread and consumption of fake news and videos. These include police simulation exercises which were captured before the elections but are being distributed as if they happened during yesterday's elections. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, I thank you for your kind attention, and may the good Lord bless us all.
That's the GJA President, Roland Philmoney, there, charging the police to arrest and prosecute perpetrators of brutalities on journalists so covering this particular election. They've raised concerns, citing the number of incidents recorded as a result of what actually happened during the coverage, some shooting, some beating and all that. We'll be crossing over to Studio 997 shortly, where Suleimana Brahma is joining my colleague Benjamin Akapo in Studio 997. Of course, we'll be hearing him on this particular issue, but I'll take you back to the press center.
This morning, whilst preparing to come to the press center, I had a message from the editor of newswatchgh.com, who told me about what had happened to Pius, and he had been in and out of the Ridge Hospital trying to attend to his colleague and our colleague there. So at this juncture, we want to invite Robert Dela Mawenyegan to come and update us on the condition of Pius as we speak now. Robert, you are most welcome.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, Mr. President, members of the press, my own colleagues. It's been a very devastating day for some of us. After a sleepless night, one would have expected that you would have taken a day to complete what you started. But it was around 4 o'clock thereabout when I received a call from the brother of Pius that this is what has happened to his brother, that his brother has been shot. And so, as it has been rightly been narrated by the president as well as the secretary, Pius, I had opportunity to engage him after he got stable to find out what exactly happened. And so he narrated the story that they were in the coalition center at Ablekuma Central. I understand there are two buildings and one church building that has only one entrance, which is a gate, a metal gate. So it was only one entrance and one exit. And so there was no way you could get out from any other point. And so unfortunately, while the coalition was going on, it happened that there were pink sheet issues, misunderstandings here and there between the two major political parties. And it resulted into a fight. And as a result, the two agents and then what have you started fighting and doing all their thing. Then from nowhere, a gentleman by name Kola, it is alleged that his name is Kola. We are here to confirm his real name. I understand his name is Kola. Kola, who happens to be a sympathizer of the incumbent government, NPP, from nowhere gave out a shot. And so he shot Pius on the leg, on the left leg. The bullet entered and then exited. And so he has 2 broken bones. The X-ray we had indicated that one of the bones needs to be supported with metal. And we are hoping to take him about 18 months before he can be fully recovered. But the doctors have assured us that they will do everything possible to give him the necessary support. As it stands now, Pius is still at the Ridge Hospital. He's quite stable, and we want to take this opportunity to wish the family well. I know they didn't take this easy, but we have done everything. The management of Newswatch has done everything possible to support, together with the family, to keep him very stable, give him all the necessary medical support. So I wish to inform all of you that Pius is quite stable, he's out of danger, and the doctors are doing everything possible. Hopefully, I'm told that today is not looking good because some of the lab results could not come in early. They had wanted to process the surgery today, but it doesn't look like it is possible because they have to treat the wound and then look at some other medications we needed to buy. In fact, we can't find it. So from here, if not this press conference, I should still be roaming looking for it because they'll use it maybe tomorrow or Friday for him. So hopefully on Friday, as indicated, he should go through the surgery, and we pray that he gets recovered. Thank you.
And also, Paula, before then, hold on, please. Before Mr. Sempene Mensah comes, and he's here with Paula Anagbla, who is also from his office. Before then, I want to call Doreen, who was also at that same collation center when the incident occurred. And as we say, it is always better to hear from the horse's own mouth. So, Doreen, please come and share your experience with us. Thank you. A round of applause for her.
Well, good afternoon, colleagues, the president of the GJA and every other official here. Like our General Secretary said, my name is Doreen, I work with GBC. Now, yesterday, we went to cover the collation of the results at Ablekuma Central. And as you heard my other colleague said, there was a shooting incident. Fortunately for me, my colleague from GTV and I, somehow found ourselves outside the building. And we just heard noise from inside the building. So I was just asking my colleague, do you hear that noise coming from there? She says she's not too sure. So we moved some steps ahead, and then the guns started going off. We just heard gunshots going off, and we were just so scared. We were running, and I was in the GJA reflector that was given to us. So I was running, and then I heard one of the guys who was outside the compound and behind the wall say that, look at one of those electoral officials. And so he just picked a stone and then he threw it at me. And I was so scared. I had not experienced that kind of thing before. And so in my attempt to just escape from that, I fell, and then I got bruises all over my hands, my thighs, my legs, and it was really a scary experience for me. I had not really experienced something like that, choosing between life and death, and then just trying to stay alive. And that's all. All that I would have to say. It's really a scary experience. Fortunately, this morning when I went to work, I was picked from work, and I went to the Ridge Hospital. I got some treatment, and so I've just gotten some swelling on my hand and other parts, but I'm much better now. I'm much better. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Doreen. It must have been a traumatic experience. Sorry about that. May I acknowledge the presence of the Executive Secretary of the National Media Commission, Mr. George Sapon. Thank you, sir, for joining us. Now, I invite Mr. Emmanuel Sempene Mensah to come and encourage us. with the package they have.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, Mr. President of the GJA. Good afternoon, Media Commission member. I bring you greetings from SIC. What do I say? I'm just imagining this whole process without the journalists being around. How would it have been like? This election without journalists would have been very, very, very bad. Would have been something nobody could have even spoken of. Because I believe that when they even see you, as my sister just said, when they saw the uniform, they said, Bakunye. If you had not been there, it would have been a different story. SIC, we are most happy to be associated with you. And I tell you, we are still with you. No matter the circumstances, we will still support you. We have a package for you, as I mentioned the last time we came here. We said that we are giving each member minimum 3,300, maximum 3,300 cedis a month for injuries. And then we are giving you 40,000 cedis for total disability or death per year. We still stand by that. In the SIC, our promises are always sacred. What we say is what we do. So when we heard of this, we said, no, we have to be here. So please, as the Fantima will say, or the Akan will say, I see a dear, we'll do what we have said. And we still stand by you. We give you the vim, go and get things done properly. Do the right thing. Be bold. Come out freely and say the story as it is. And SIC is firmly behind you. So worry not at all. Pious issue would attend to it as early as possible. We'll be with him. I'll try that tomorrow. I'll take a team of my management there to go and visit him so that we'll see how he's doing. But journalists of Ghana, we are with you. Do your work professionally and do it the way you are going about it. The whole world is talking about journalism in Ghana. I went to the international media really, and everybody is saying how you have performed. A lot of things would have gone wrong without you. So please, the vim is for you. Go ahead. Thank you so much. Greetings from SIC.